Yo, we gonna talk about major mistakes that musicians make. It's Jadiscreet. If you don't know by now. Some announcements real quick. I got a 3-pack project dropping this Friday. I got a mini project dropping this Friday. It's gonna have 3 songs on it, all original tracks made by myself. 3 fire tracks. Make sure to check that out on all streaming platforms. If you're watching this video period, just make sure to check out Jadiscreet on all streaming platforms, and you're gonna see my latest project. It's gonna have 3 songs on it, and I'm not gonna release the name of the project yet, but you'll know which project I'm talking about if you check the streaming platforms, because you'll see it's the only project with 3 songs on it. But we're gonna talk about major mistakes that musicians make, and what inspired this video is Coi Leray, the hip hop artist Coi Leray. She made a post on Instagram the other day speaking about her disappointment with her label, with her management label. If I'm not mistaken, she signed with Republic Records as well as 1801. And I think Coi Leray is a dope artist. I think she's gonna go far in this game, honestly. But like a lot of big artists, a lot of artists deal with, they realize later on that they made some bad decisions. They realize later on that they made some bad partnership deals. It happens all the time. And that's one of the reasons why I made these videos, is to teach artists how to avoid making these mistakes, these major key mistakes that underground artists make, especially when, you know, fame and money is blinding them from making logical decisions. When you're emotionally attached to fame and money, it's almost like you'll do anything to have it. That's how a lot of underground artists are. Or they may be in a desperate situation. They may be lacking money, lacking funds, and they run and go sign deals that aren't in their best interest. It happens all the time. And usually what that comes with is you learning that later on, you know, and it could lead to depression. It could lead to suicidal thoughts. It could lead to, you know, people doing all kinds of things to try to get out of their deal or try to ease the pain of what they're dealing with, taking drugs. There's a lot of things that a lot of musicians deal with. So what inspired this video is Coi Leray, though. I'm gonna go to her post and I'm gonna read her post, what she put on Instagram just the other day. So hold on one second. I'm gonna find the post right now. Let me just go to her page real quick. By the way, if you don't know who Coi Leray is, this is Coi Leray right here. If you don't know who she is. Yeah, that's Coi Leray. And she put up a post the other day, posting a picture of, I guess this is the CEO of the other label called 1801, the record label she was signed with. I don't know why she has a double deal. She has a deal with 1801 and Republic Records. Sometimes you'll find artists are signed to 2 different companies for various reasons. Or you'll find that the label that an artist is signed directly to is under the umbrella of a bigger label. That happens a lot. So she posted the picture of this dude's Instagram, and she said, this is what she said word for word on her caption right here on Instagram. These are her words. She says, okay, so I will be going live today to explain how this guy has been trying to take over my life and ruin my career. There's nothing in this life I want more than this guy right here to leave me alone. He has done nothing for my career and has been trying to take from me for the past 5 years. Why would he need to try to take from you if he doesn't have any kind of, this is my question, right? Why would he be trying to take from you if he doesn't have any kind of rights at all to the music you're creating? Because obviously if you signed to him, there had to have been some type of terms and you agreed to those terms. That's just me thinking off the top of my head. I don't know if this is exactly the situation with her, but I'm going off based off what she's saying. She said, 5 years ago, I signed the worst production deal with 1801 when I was 21 because they finessed me and had me use lawyers that didn't read me the correct terms. This is the key word, the key phrase she says here. She said, had me use their lawyer that didn't read me the correct terms. This goes back to all the videos I'm always making saying that before you sign a deal, you never use the lawyers that the label provides to you. It's an automatic conflict of interest. It's an automatic conflict of interest. Whenever the label is providing you a lawyer, that lawyer is really in representation of the label and not you. Now, if you come with your own lawyer that you're privately working with, that's a third-party lawyer that has no biases, that's different. That's the type of lawyer you want, a lawyer that's there for you to look over the terms, look over the contract, to look over the stipulations, whatever. That's what you want as an artist. I spoke about this multiple times on my channel. Make sure to drop a comment below. Let me know your thoughts so far. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, as well as share this video with 5 people you know. Share this video with 5 people you know who you think needs to hear this information, because it's important we get this information out. Information and knowledge is power, right? So share this video. I think YouTube been shadow banning my shit. So those of you who've been supporting me, I really appreciate when you share my videos and get the word out about it and help people. But so she said that, right? So she said they finessed me and had me use their lawyer that didn't read me the correct terms. This is what labels do. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but this is what labels do. They're going to make things sound great. They're going to highlight all the pros of their contracts. They're not really going to shine too much light on the cons. They're not really going to shine too much light on the negatives to signing the contract deal with them. Because when they look at you, they're looking at dollar signs. They're looking at how they can make money off of your work that you're about to do under their label. That's how labels think. It's obvious. It's the business. It's how the business works. And the way I know this is because my sister used to be signed to a major label. And I know how it works. Not firsthand. I wasn't signed to a major label, but I've done enough research. I've watched enough interviews to know. I watched enough interviews and done enough research to know how this shit works. So she said 5 years ago, she signed this deal, the worst production deal. Obviously, at the time she signed it, she didn't know it was the worst. Obviously, when she signed it, she thought it was the best thing since fucking sliced bread. I'm sure. That's why she signed it. And then she said she was only 21 years old. When they throw in the age and say how young they were when they signed a deal, it's usually to try to say basically they didn't know no better. Which I'm not saying she did. I'm pretty sure she didn't. But this is why I talk about this shit on my channel, is to put people on the game about what's going on out there in the music industry. She says, I'm so depressed with these people on my back, and I will never drop another record in my life until I fight every bone in my body for this man right here to just leave me alone. It sounds pretty intense. Sounds like the business relationship is no longer what it once was. She put his name, which is Billy, brought back the J. Stay tuned. I will be telling everything. So that's the dude that she signed to that she's unhappy with, and she's saying that he's evil. I guess he stole from her or something like that. Something's going on, obviously, behind the scenes. They're not getting along. And then she goes on to say that K-Mac Live has been over the entire situation and had been willing to just part ways gracefully, but Billy J is the one who is trying to hold on. And then she tags the lawyer, and she says their lawyer is trying their hardest to fight for them for no reason when they're not even a company anymore. K-Mac doesn't even work with 1801 anymore and wants nothing to do with Billy J. The only person making this shit hard is Billy J. It's crazy how sick people can be. So clearly she's upset, right? Clearly she's pissed off. And, you know, so she went in about her situation. Now, my thing is, obviously she's upset, but it sounds to me she signed something where she didn't understand the terms in its totality. She didn't know what she was getting herself involved with. And when I see an artist talking in this way, with this verbiage, I tend to think that there's a couple things probably going on. Either the label or their management team is not allowing them to drop music that they want to drop, or they may be running out of money and they're finding that there may be other more appealing deals out there they could be signed to, but they can't sign to that deal because they're locked into a contract that they're currently in. Or number three, it could be that they're realizing that the label that they signed with is taking too large of a cut out of their money that they're receiving off of the sales of their music. Those are the only three main things I could think of. Them controlling when the artist could drop their music. Them, the artist probably is going broke now, like, well, what the fuck is happening? Well, I don't have no money, right? So they're gonna look most likely to blame the label that promised them all of these things. Or the third thing is they feel like they're being robbed. And sometimes it's all three going on. Sometimes it's all three going on at the same fucking time. You feel what I'm saying? So I say all of this to say, yo, know what you're getting into. Get a lawyer that's for you. Get a lawyer that knows what you're looking for. And don't just go with the word, because she specifically said that exact thing. She said that is because the lawyer was for them. She said in her caption, and I'll talk about this all the time. You know, so there's beauty in being an independent artist. There's beauty in having control of your music, but you still have to invest in yourself. No matter if a label's gonna invest in you, cool, but sometimes that comes with you making a deal with the devil. But at least when you investing into yourself, you might be better off fucking getting a bank from a loan, better interest rates. You might be better off getting a bank from the loan and investing into your own independent music career, doing it that way. Or like I always suggest, get a fucking job, get some money. Get some money. You know, a lot of artists, they claim they serious about their career. They're serious about what they want to do, but they ain't even putting nothing back into their career. So that's the next major mistake that a lot of artists make is it's easy to talk about what you want to accomplish, but it's a whole different ball game to actually walk the walk. It's a whole different ball game to believe in yourself to the point where you're willing to invest into yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's the second major mistake they make. The first major mistake is not having their own lawyer when they sign. That's a lot of artists make that mistake. The second major mistake that artists make is they have this delusional thought that as an independent artist, then they're exempt from investing into themselves. When if you're an independent artist, it's really all about investing into yourself because you're independent. Who else is supposed to invest into you? You know, and I'm not saying you can't eventually find investors, but before you can find investors, you first have to grow your own base. You have to first grow your own fan base. That's the most important thing is people need to see before they invest their money into you. They need to see that some type of people are fucking with your music. Some type of people are engaging with you. They got to see that before they feel like, okay, us investing into this artist, our money is secure. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty obvious. So that's the third thing. A lot of the mistake that a lot of artists make, the major mistake that a lot of artists make is they believe that like, yo, hopefully I just get signed one day and all my problems will go away. It's like, nah, like as an independent artist, there's beauty in that because at least you have time to work on your craft without having fame on your back and the pressures of the world knowing your name. At least you get to invest into yourself and learn your business, learn your brand, learn your fan base. So you know how to run your business with or without a label. So then when it's time for a label to work with you, you have something to bring to the table. You like, yo, I know how to run my business already. I know how to monetize my fan base already. I know how to make money already as an independent artist. So what can y'all do for me that's different than what I can do for myself right now? But when you're bringing no fans to the table and you don't got shit, you're kind of at the mercy of whatever that contract says. You at the mercy of whatever that contract says. You at the mercy of it because you don't have a fan base. So that's a big mistake a lot of artists make is they forget that the root and the soul to this shit and the shit that moves this shit, the thing that makes this musical career work is fans. That's what matters is fans. That's the only thing that really matter. Whether you mainstream, underground, famous, it's fans that make this shit work. It's fans that's buying your stuff. It's fans that's supporting your music. So that's why I say, you know, yeah, I have the free ebook. I have the free ebook if you want. That's in the description below. But also, yeah, I do have a paid training as well. I do have a training that costs a little money to invest in, to learn how to, I mean, it's reasonably priced. Really, if you can't afford to learn the knowledge that I have available, really and truly, you really shouldn't even be making music, because you should be more focused on making money, right? Music, if you don't got no money to invest into yourself, why joke around? How bad you really want it? You know, that's what it really comes down to, is how bad you really want the success you say you want. That it's just the truth in anything. That's not just in music, that's in anything. You can't play in the big leagues by playing small. You can't be in the big leagues by thinking small. The only way you could get to those high levels is by having a delusional amount of belief in yourself. And when you put your money where your mouth is, and you invest into yourself, and you invest into your knowledge to understand marketing, to understand branding, to understand how to build yourself a fan base, then you will see things start to change. You will see things start to grow, because it's karma. It's the law of cause and effect. You put something in, you're going to get something out. You can't fucking plant you can't grow a plant without the seed. You got to put the seed in to get the plant out. You got to put the water in to make the plant flourish. Something got to go in order for something to come out. And I think a lot of artists, they don't understand that simple concept. It's a natural concept. It's in nature. It's in the law of cause and effect. It's in the law of karma. It's literally it's a universal law to success, literally. And so many artists, underground artists, they overlook the power of investing in learning knowledge and getting knowledge. You know, but, you know, I feel for Coi Leray. I feel for her. A lot of artists deal with this all the time. A lot of artists go through crazy amounts of depression for this very same reason, for bad contracts and bad deals that they signed. It happens all the time. She said she's not dropping any more music until she gets this situation clarified. So that could take a while, and it happens. I've seen years where artists couldn't drop music because of label issues they were dealing with. It happens all the time. But as an independent artist, you got creative control. You can drop when you want to drop. You can make more money as long as you're building your fan base. You get to touch more of your money. You get a bulk of the money you make from the music you make, the merch you put out there, you know. But anyway, I love y'all. Just want to share my thoughts on this situation. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and also make sure to check out that 3-track project that I got dropped on all streaming platforms. It will be out in a few hours, like 24 to 48 hours. It's going to be out on all streaming platforms. This is Jada's Creek. I'm see you at the top. I'm going to probably make another video in a couple minutes as well, talking about a different topic. But I'm going to see you on the next video, yo. Peace out.